Hey there, friends, and welcome back to another 3-Minute Thoughts. My name is Derek, and in the next 3 minutes, we're going to take a look at 1 Kings chapters 20 and 21. These two chapters deal about Ahab's wars and his wickedness. Let's take a look at chapter 20 to get started. Ben-Hadad, king of Aram, which would be Syria, gathers 32 kings to attack Samaria, which would be Ahab's capital. He demands Ahab's gold, silver, wives, and children. Initially, Ahab agrees, but draws the line when Ben-Hadad insists on ransacking everything. God sends an unnamed prophet to Ahab with a surprising message. In verse 13, the prophet says, "Have you seen all this great multitude? Behold, I will give it into your hand this day, and you shall know that I am the Lord." Ahab wins the battle twice, once with a small force and again when Ben-Hadad returns, thinking that Israel's God is only a God of the hills. God shows he is Lord over every place, not just the high places. Instead of executing the defeated Ben-Hadad, Ahab makes a treaty with him, calling him my brother. Needless to say, God is not pleased. A prophet confronts Ahab through a dramatic object lesson. He disguises himself, gets intentionally wounded, and traps Ahab into condemning himself, just like Nathan did with David. It says in verse 42, "Thus says the Lord, because you have let go out of your hand the man whom I devoted to destruction, your life shall be for his life." Ahab goes home, vexed and saddened. He's moody. He's not repentant. Chapter 21, this is one of the darkest chapters in Ahab's reign. Ahab wants Naboth's vineyard, a prime piece of land near his palace. However, Naboth refuses to sell, citing the Lord's command to preserve inherited land. Ahab is going to sulk like a little child. Jezebel then enters into the scene, who takes control. She writes letters in Ahab's name, has Naboth falsely accused of blasphemy, and ensures he is stoned to death. Then she tells Ahab to go and take the vineyard, which is now vacant. Ahab complies without hesitation, and God sees. Elijah will eventually deliver a prophecy of doom to Ahab's house, much like what was declared over Jeroboam and Baasha. Surprisingly, Ahab is finally going to humble himself, tearing his clothes and fasting, and God, ever merciful, delays his judgment. Some key themes throughout these chapters are that God judges injustice, that compromise leads to corruption, power without integrity is dangerous, and God honors even small steps of humility. All throughout, we remember that God is with us even in those moments when we don't necessarily want him there. That's it for today. Be well, friends.